The whole story of Jesus, that's all he talks about. Whenever somebody gives him praise, he says, it's not me, it's my Father. He said, it's not me, it's God. He said, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Greater is God that is within you, that power that is within you, that is keeping your heart beating, than your ego, your personality, your character that you project into the world. Isn't this true? Some people, they allow themselves to suffer from something that happened. They will suffer for weeks, months, years. Some people suffer their entire life. Something happened from something that happened when they were a kid. It doesn't even exist anymore. It's just replaying over and over and over in the mind. That's all it is. It's replaying over and over. It's not even real. But people will dwell on this, become bitter and angry because of something that happened a long, long time ago. That's no way to experience life either. And that only happens because they're unaware of how to properly manage their mind, and they're out of touch with the now, the present moment. And in order to become in touch with that power, which we call God, the higher power, you must know the nature of this reality. You must bring your being, your body, your mind to a state of presence. State of presence. Very, very important. It's fundamental to the human experience that you know the nature of this life, which is presence. The presence of God, the present moment. Here, now is the only time that ever actually truly exists. And coming into this presence, coming into this realization, is when your life begins to transform. It's when you taste something beyond the physical. It's when you realize that that which is beyond the physical, that which we call God, the creator of this universe, the spirit, when that flows through your system, the bliss, the joy, the love that comes with that feeling, that feeling is beyond anything the world can offer, way beyond anything that the world can offer. That's why I do what I do. Because in the past, I experienced a lot of money. I made thousands of dollars in a day. I've experienced a lot of things that people seek and strive to experience. And once I experienced this, the presence of God, it was beyond anything I ever experienced in my life, way beyond anything that I've ever experienced. Simply sitting, closing my eyes, becoming in a meditative state, doing a certain meditation process, I would have tears. My whole body would just be vibrating. And I would just be stuck, like my whole body, goosebumps, vibration through my whole body, just tears coming down of joy and bliss, my head like throbbing of bliss, and it felt like just, it's beyond words. And it must be experienced. It must be experienced, and it can't be logically, intellectually understood. And that's what keeps a lot of people away from this experience. They try to analyze it. They try to logically make sense out of it. They try to understand it. You can't understand such a thing. It's beyond understanding. Now, in the Eastern cultures, in India, they had all kinds of sciences to help people connect with this state of being, to connect with God, which is within you. They had practices, meditation, yoga, chanting, mantras, many things to help a person connect with this higher power. And then you have in the Bible, Jesus taught, he said, take no thought. This means meditation. Go beyond your thoughts. He said, go in the closet and pray in secret. This means meditation. Go in the closet into a dark place, close yourself up and sit and meditate, be with yourself. He said, deny yourself. If you want to be my disciple, you have to deny yourself. This means getting rid of the ego, getting rid of the self. Who you think you are, deny it. Burn up your personality, burn up your character. Allow God to work through you. All the spiritual masters, spiritual traditions of the world, they taught this. And they said you have to seek within yourself. It says in the Bible, seek first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. And Jesus said where the kingdom of God is. He said the kingdom of God is within you, Luke 17:21. So if the kingdom of God is within you, and God, in the Bible, I should say, said, seek first the kingdom of God, then you must first seek within yourself before seeking in the world. But most people are doing the opposite. They're seeking in the world for their happiness, in this possession, in this pleasure, in this attainment, in this relationship, in this this drink, and this thing, and trying to make them happy, trying to make themselves happy. But if you drop all of that, surrender yourself. This is the ultimate fulfillment. The ultimate fulfillment. This is what I help people do. This is what I'm here to do. When I felt that feeling within myself, and then I did it over and over and over, and I felt it again and again and again, I realized, wow, this is possible. You can connect, you can tap into this. You can tap into this. Everybody can. Because everybody is a part of it. You are that. You are not the ultimate highest power that keeps the sun moving and keeps everything going, but you are a part of it. You are absolutely a part of it. That which we call God is within everything, through everything, a part of everything. If it created everything, it also is everything. There's no separation. This is called oneness. But even just the concept oneness, that can confuse a person, because it's really not just, that's just a word. The word means nothing. The word is pointing to an experience. The word is pointing to something that you can perceive once you raise your perception, raise your consciousness, begin to see this life as it is, beyond all of your conclusions, opinions, and belief systems. I hope you can hear me all right, because this water is getting loud behind me. But man, like I said, I didn't know what I was going to speak when I came on this video. I had no idea. And, maybe I'll start making more videos like this. If you made it to the end, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Maybe this isn't even the end yet. But leave a comment below. And let me know if you like when I kind of just allow myself to be guided and I don't really have a specific topic to talk about. Because for me, it's nice because I'm not thinking. I'm not analyzing what am I going to say next. And in the Bible, it's incredible. Because Jesus said, he said, in that hour, he sent his disciples out to speak and to preach. He said, in that hour, when they will have you speak, he said, do not think of what you shall speak. He said, for your Father will speak through you. I got goosebumps. He said, do not think about what you shall speak, for your Father shall speak through you. Man, that's powerful, because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. God, the higher power, will speak through you if you allow it to. If you put your ego to the side, put your pride to the side, you allow the higher power to speak through you. You allow the higher power to work through you. You allow the higher power to guide you. You no longer have a whole bunch of desires anymore, because you realize that your desires are they're puny. Yes, they mean a lot to you, and I'm not here to insult anybody in their desires in life, and you should definitely seek to achieve what you desire. But when you experience God, when you allow the higher power to work through you, you no longer live life to satisfy yourself. On one level, you are living to satisfy yourself, but whenever you give your life up to others, whenever you give your life up to God, whenever you decide to live a life of service and selflessness, not worrying so much about all what you want in this life, but you begin to serve others, this is the ultimate fulfillment. This is the best way to live life. And this is all Jesus did too. He didn't have a will of his own. He allowed God to work through him. He was a manifestation of God. He didn't have any specific individual, personal desires. He didn't have a will of his own. He said, my will is that of the Father. He said, what I speak is not what I speak of myself, it's what the Father speaks through me. He said, I have come to carry out, to complete that which my Father wants, to complete my Father's will. The whole story of Jesus, that's all he talks about. Whenever somebody gives him praise, he says, it's not me, it's my Father. He said, it's not me, it's God. He said, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Greater is God that is within you, that power that is within you, that is keeping your heart beating, than your ego, your personality, your character that you project into the world. Isn't this true? Yeah, you know this is true if you're still on this video, is resonating deep within your spirit. And this is probably the message that you needed to hear. And I hope that it is. I know that it is. Especially if you're still here on this video. If you clicked off, maybe not. Maybe you'll come back to the video another time. But I felt called to make this video, and I feel like it's probably coming to an end. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'm just a piece of life. I'm just a human being on this earth, here to help you realize the source of your existence. I may be labeled as a spiritual teacher or an author or a visionary or whatever I call myself, whatever other people call me. But truly, I'm just a piece of life on this earth. I'm like an ant or a worm or a piece of grass or a tree. There's not much. Of course I have to have an ego to function through the world and do what I need to do in the world. But beyond that, I'm just a piece of life on this earth, no different than you. And everybody has the ability to tap into this way of being. Because whenever you don't think so much of yourself, you become an open and willing vessel for the higher power to work through you. Then there's no room for suffering. There's no room for worry. There's no room for fear. There's just room for service, love, compassion, joy, fulfillment, learning lessons, of course. It's always going to be wonderful, but when it's not wonderful, you know that it's a lesson and you're okay with it. Acceptance. So, that being said, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Much peace and love.